The fight world never sleeps, and this week it delivered a storm of controversy, drama, and unforgettable moments. At the center of it all was Quinton "Rampage" Jackson, the former UFC champion who finally broke his silence after days of speculation surrounding his son, Raja. The young Jackson has been the subject of headlines since his violent attack on indie wrestler Syko Stu left the man hospitalized with broken facial bones, shattered teeth, and a damaged jaw. Footage of the incident has spread across every corner of the internet, sparking outrage, debates, and endless streams of clickbait. Rampage decided enough was enough, and he took to Instagram with a fiery post aimed at shutting down what he called misinformation. Rampage admitted that his son had crossed the line, but he painted a picture of a situation far more complex than the viral clips suggest. According to him, Stu wasn't just a victim. He had entered the ring drunk and smashed Raja in the head with a beer can. This only a day after Raja had suffered a concussion during training. Rampage argued that officials should have immediately stopped the match, but instead they pushed his son to accept Stu's apology and continue playing along with the storyline. What happened next was chaos, and Raja snapped. Rampage didn't excuse his son's actions, but he made it clear that Stu was lucky he hadn't been there himself when the beer can struck. On top of the scandal, Rampage revealed something darker. His family has been bombarded with racist threats since the footage went public, another burden added to an already explosive controversy. Yet, despite his anger, the veteran fighter acknowledged that Raja must face consequences for what he did. It was a rare moment of a father caught between defending his son and recognizing the damage he caused. Meanwhile, Syko Stu has finally been released from the hospital after enduring days of grueling treatment for his injuries. Though now resting at home, he still faces a long road to recovery. In a heartfelt message, he thanked supporters for their donations and love, saying, "It meant more than words could ever capture." His story has sparked sympathy across the fight community, even as fans continue to debate what truly happened that night. Former UFC champion Michael Bisping also waded into the discussion during his podcast, delivering a sharp analysis of Raja's behavior. Bisping didn't mince words. He said Raja was in serious trouble and deserved the heat coming his way, but he also pointed to the darker role of online culture in incidents like this. In his view, the toxic stew of live stream chats, message boards, and social media egged Raja on, pushing him to prove himself in ways he normally wouldn't. Bisping was clear. This wasn't an excuse, just a brutal truth about how young fighters are influenced by the digital world around them. He warned that the encouragement and pressure coming from faceless audiences can be just as dangerous as anything happening inside the cage. The fallout for Rampage himself has taken strange turns. In the wake of threats and online vitriol, the legend joked about changing his identity, posting a video with a new look and comparing himself to everyone from Ric Flair to Donald Trump. It was a bizarre, almost comic twist in a situation that's been anything but funny. While the Jackson saga dominated headlines, the fight world kept delivering jaw-dropping moments elsewhere. Grappling star Craig Jones needed only 30 seconds to put Chael Sonnen to sleep in a match that had fans buzzing. Sonnen came out pressing forward, his trademark bravado intact, but Jones wasted no time. He set a trap, locked in a choke, and suddenly Sonnen was unconscious before the crowd even realized what was happening. Online reactions exploded. Some insisted the match was fake, pointing to Sonnen's calm demeanor. Others argued he simply didn't know the rules. A few dismissed it as another reminder that Sonnen, for all his wrestling pedigree, was never a master of jiu-jitsu. Jones, meanwhile, simply added another highlight to his growing reputation for creative, devastating submissions. As debates raged, the spotlight shifted to Dagestan, where Islam Makhachev and his teammates continued their grueling mountain training camps. With UFC 322 on the horizon, new footage of Makhachev sparring circulated online, showing his seamless grappling against larger partners. The lightweight champion looks sharp, powerful, and ready as he prepares to face welterweight striker Jack Della Maddalena. Analysts are split down the middle. Robert Whitaker predicted an upset, arguing that Jack's grit, boxing, and underrated jiu-jitsu could neutralize Islam's wrestling advantage. He even went so far as to say Della Maddalena has nothing to lose, while Islam has everything on the line. Colby Covington, on the other hand, threw his support behind Makhachev, pointing to Jack's shaky takedown defense and Islam's ability to grind down even elite strikers. The odds makers have Islam as a heavy favorite, but the debate continues to heat up, and fans are salivating for the showdown. The fight community even got a nostalgic laugh this week when an old clip of a supposed phone call between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Tony Ferguson resurfaced. The exchange was absurd, with Khabib accusing Tony of holding fake belts and offering to send him a pair of shoes with interim lightweight champion printed on them. Ferguson fired back in classic Tony style, bizarre and cutting all at once. The clip reignited the endless what-if discussion about the fight that never happened, with Tony insisting that both Khabib and Conor McGregor were too scared to face him. Even now, Ferguson claims he has dossiers on both men, and that the thought of him stepping into the cage still rattles them. Whether delusion or defiance, it was a reminder of the chaotic personality that made Ferguson one of the most fascinating fighters of his generation. Adding a softer note to the week's drama, Aljamain Sterling shared a message he received from former rival Sean O'Malley. After Sterling's impressive win over Brian Ortega in Shanghai, O'Malley reached out with a simple but surprisingly kind note. "Holy expletive, you looked good, beautiful performance." Sterling admitted he was shocked by the message, even as he jokingly mocked himself for only responding with a double tap. For two men who once traded venom, it was a rare glimpse of mutual respect in a sport usually defined by trash talk. The fight world moves fast, and this week's stories prove just how unpredictable it can be. From Rampage Jackson's public defense of his son to Craig Jones's lightning-fast finish, from heated debates over Islam Makhachev's dominance to the nostalgic comedy of Khabib and Tony's missed rivalry, MMA continues to deliver drama on every level. As UFC 322 approaches and the fall schedule fills with stacked matchups, the only certainty is that the chaos won't slow down. What do you make of the Raja Jackson controversy? Do you believe Rampage's explanation changes how we should view the situation, or does Raja still deserve the full weight of punishment? Was Craig Jones's choke on Chael Sonnen legit, or just a spectacle? And most importantly, who are you backing when Islam Makhachev meets Jack Della Maddalena? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit like if you enjoyed the breakdown, and subscribe to stay locked in for more Fight World drama.